Hey guys, back at it. This is day 249 and 250 in my 1 year daily diary challenge. This challenge was prompted after I completed a 100-day challenge, and those first 100 days were intuitively prompted through a meditation devotional session. Some really cool stuff those first 100 days. So if you want more information, please pop back and listen in. This combo episode is all just beach trip with my daughter, and then also trying to catch up. I like to be within 5 days from record to post, but it's been a little crazy around here, so I'm having grace with myself that, that sometimes doesn't happen. So anyway, we had just done a really amazing 2 days with the 8th grade trip. Her 8th grade class in DC, 2 full long days where it felt like we were there a whole entire week. It was just so much stuff. And so the days were so long, but we were able to, today, Saturday, Sunday, sleep in. We both headed to bed really early last night and got a really full night's sleep. I automatically woke up in the morning, got my bag packed just for the weekend trip to the beach. And it's going to be chilly, so not really bathing suit beach weather, but just grabbed some stuff, threw it in a bag, did all my normal stuff around the house, emptied the dishwasher, checked on trash and clothes in the washer, checked, computer, phone, different things I needed to in the morning before I woke up my daughter, and to let her sleep in for sure. When she was up and ready to go, she packed her bag, and then we hopped in the car. It's about a 2.5 hour drive out to the beach, and so we just hopped in the car and had a lovely drive out there, talking, listening to music, just connecting. When we finally made it out to the beach, we stopped. So we drove down the beach strip just looking at the beach, and then I had to really use the bathroom. So we stopped at the grocery store to use the bathroom and grab some lunch stuff. And we grabbed bags of pretzels and dip and fruit and drinks, and then drove down to see a lighthouse, which was pretty cool. So we saw that lighthouse, and we had our lunch. And then we found a beach access, and I was like, oh, shoot, I didn't bring any chairs or, towels or anything to sit on. And then I remembered that when I went to my grandmother's house, she gave me 2 camping chairs to take and put in with my stuff, so that when I go down to Florida and bring a whole bunch of more stuff, I can bring those camping chairs. So I was like, oh, the camping chairs are still in the car. What luck. And so we grabbed the camping chairs out and parked ourselves on the beach and had our lunch. And by this time, it was late, so it was more lunch dinner. And we just sat out there on the beach in the sun, in the cold, eating our lunch for hours, until it was kind of late, 5-ish. And there was a lot of sea foam that was going on. So as we were sitting there, I was looking up what sea foam was. And while sea foam looks really cool, it's kind of gross, because sea foam is just dead and decaying marine life and plankton. And it was just oh, okay, so probably not want to touch that sea foam. Which we saw many, many kids just tromping through the sea foam. So when we were done at the beach, we wrapped it up, put our chairs in, threw our trash away from our lunch, and headed over to my friend's house, who we're staying with. An old coworker and friend of mine that lives at the beach, not on the beach front, but very close. And so they opened their home so that we can stay. And so we got there before they got home, and we just, went in, made ourselves comfortable. I took a shower because I was feeling kind of achy from the beach, and I did get a little bit of extra sun. And then we just, we chilled out a little bit until my friend came home, and then we ended up connecting and talking and just for hours just talking, and then headed to bed around like 10:30, maybe 11. So it was really a fun day. A lot of exciting things that we got done. Nothing too crazy, but we were just together and hanging out and doing something, other than sitting at home. So then we both slept in. I didn't sleep in super late, but my daughter did. And I got up and I got myself dressed and packed and went downstairs, and my friend was up, and she is a fellow barista. And so she, made a couple espressos, and we just talked in the morning, about life and catching up and all the things about, plans to move to Florida and different stuff like that. So it was a good morning catch up and coffee session. And then my daughter woke up and got her ready. And we had talked about going to the aquarium that's out here, and it was going to be like an hour drive around this little peninsula. And then my friend said that there was a passenger ferry that has, the ability to take your car. And I looked it up, and it went directly from where we were to the aquarium in less than 15 minutes. So we were planning to do that. And after my daughter came down and had breakfast, and we were kind of like wrapping everything up, we got in the car, had everything packed up, said goodbye to my friend, went down to catch the ferry and caught the car ferry. And so it was kind of funny and weird. Drove the car onto the ferry, and then as it's pulling away, you can feel the waves in the water a little bit more. Seagulls were flying around, and it took us about 14 minutes to get over to the other side with the ferry. We did not get out. We stayed in the car. And then we got to the aquarium and it was a small aquarium, but what was really cool is the otters. They had just given the otters fish, and they were super active. Like, I've never seen otters this active before. They were just like swimming in circles, up and down and around and jumping. Like, it was crazy. They were just all over the place. So we walked around the aquarium, looked at all the fish and different things that they had there, some snakes and tree frogs, and it was just a fun thing to do, take the car ferry and the aquarium. And so once we finished that, we just hopped back in the car and headed back to home. And we had wanted to get ice cream at the beach, and then I was like trying to find a spot that wasn't like crazy crowded, and it was hard to find. So we found out that they have a place called Jeremiah's Italian Ice, which is typically our Florida spot. Like, they only have them in Florida. And they have a couple locations now in North Carolina, which is crazy. And so there was one on the way home, and we decided to stop on the way home at Jeremiah's Italian Ice to get ice cream or a treat before we made it home. So that was a lot of fun, and it was still cold outside, and we made it in good time. No traffic, really. The car's been working really well. I've been checking the mileage, and I've been getting average mileage, I guess, for a bigger car. I'm used to my Prius, where it was getting like 35 to 40 miles a gallon, and this, my Highlander is getting more like 21 to 22 average right now. I mean, it's still new, and I'm still checking the mileage and seeing how that goes. But yeah, I mean, it would be awesome if it was closer to 30. That would be really cool. But it is a bigger vehicle with like a V6 and 4-wheel drive and stuff like that. So I understand. It's a different car for a different purpose. And what was I going to say about that? So yeah, just checking on the car, making sure it's driving really well after all that service I had done and replacing of the radiator. So just keeping an eye on it, making sure, I'm still within that first 90 days of the warranty, and I want to make sure if anything else kind of goes wrong that I can get it taken care of quickly before that, is up. So yeah, we got home, we unpacked. We really only had 2 small backpacks. And so we put dirty clothes in the washing machine and just like scavenged the house for food. And I sat down to watch my Love is Blind, and my daughter was like really touched out. So sometimes she gets overdone where she's like interacted a lot more than she normally does. So I just let her go to her room and just kind of chill out. She did fall asleep while she was up there. So I stayed up until later, like 11:30ish, and then finally put myself to bed. But it was a good night. Everything, prepping ready for the week, for Monday start. I talked to my son a couple of times in the weekend, just checking in with him to see how he was doing and feeling. And I will see him after he gets back from school on Monday. So yes, lots and lots of fun, and definitely it was a great, time with just me and my daughter to connect and hang out and just be together. Because typically we are, and then there's, my son who's there with us. And so the dynamics of all 3 of us together are different than it's just the 2 of us. And so we will do a flip-flop where my daughter will have an extended time with her dad, and I'll have some time with my son, just us, so that we can, I guess, just focus on each kid and focus on, what their needs are and make sure we give them full attention. So I think it's really, really important, especially when they're older, that, we just have this one-on-one time every once in a while. But yeah, that was it. Another full 2 days. This 2 days was more relaxing, obviously, at the beach. And we did, take our time waking up and getting places. But not too much driving happened. And we were definitely feeling it, as far like I was feeling it in my legs and my hip flexors, like just all the walking. And yeah, definitely this week coming up will be time to get back into my normal routine, but then also have grace with myself and let my body heal itself too. So thank you guys for listening in, for supporting me this way, for being present and open to hearing what I have to say and share. Thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting, all the things or none of the things. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Peace.